Hello, everyone. Today we will be discussing malaria symptoms and modes of transmissions. So what is malaria? Malaria is an infectious, often deadly disease that is transmitted through the bite of a parasite-infected mosquito called the female Anopheles. Currently, malaria affects over 40% of the world's population, with Nigeria suffering greatly. Nigeria has approximately 51 million cases. In fact, 60% of deaths in Bauchi State Hospital are caused by malaria.
This is the group that reconstructed all of our activities. To first begin, I am Leslie from Bishopmore High School, class of 2025.
I am Katie from Cary Academy, class of 2026.
I'm Janalee, class of 2026, and I go to the Mary Lewis Academy.
Hi, I'm Shadab Ali. I'm from Silver Creek High School in California, and I'm part of the class of 2025.
I'm Suhana. I go to Mountain House High School and I'm part of the class of 2026.
I'm Stefan. I go to Bullis and I'm the class of 2026.
Despite being a global disease, over 90% of malaria-related cases and deaths occur in sub-Saharan Africa. Nigeria is part of sub-Saharan Africa, and a majority of these cases are found in children under and slightly over the age of 5 and the elderly. When these patients develop their symptoms, it can often turn very dangerous because historically, there's a trend that these patients have been immunocompromised. Malaria is spread through vector transmission. What that means is when a female Anopheles mosquito comes in contact with a patient's bloodstream, the Plasmodium bacterium is transmitted within the bloodstream. After 2 to 3 weeks after initial infection, symptoms of malaria begin to develop. Then the patient begins to feel general malaise. However, the interesting thing arises when it comes to patient-patient interactions. Patient 0 cannot directly spread malaria to patient 1. However, if a mosquito bites patient 0, that mosquito then extracts the Plasmodium bacterium and can transmit it to others. That is especially dangerous because in Nigeria, there is very poor sanitation infrastructure and the general tropical climate allows for mosquitoes to reproduce rapidly. And because of that, malaria can spread very quickly and very fast. It's very dangerous because of poor infrastructure. Now, common symptoms of malaria include intermittent fever. Intermittent fever means fevers can come and go. For example, during the day, a patient can feel completely normal, but during the night, they can feel extreme temperature and it can become very unpleasant. It varies, it's not gradual. Additionally, patients can feel headache, fatigue, chills, nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain. However, malaria can indeed become complicated. This can happen in 2 key ways. First, via testing. When a patient has large amounts of plasmodium within a specific area of their bloodstream, that amount of concentration can correlate to the severity of malaria. Additionally, when patients develop severe anemia, anemia being the low count of hemoglobin or iron in the bloodstream, that can lead to additional complications.
Okay, so some high-risk areas in Nigeria where you are most likely to catch malaria are like standing bodies of water, like big lakes or ponds. This is because mosquitoes like to lay their eggs in still bodies of water, and if you go there, you're a lot more likely to catch malaria and be bitten by a mosquito. Since 90% of Nigeria is in poverty, citizens don't have enough resources to like educate themselves or purchase resources that can help them understand and fight the disease. Another way you can defend against the disease is by wearing long sleeve clothing like pants and long sleeve shirts whenever you go outside or near large bodies of water. This is so that mosquitoes can't really like bite you and you're more protected overall. One final way that you can catch malaria is through your blood, because when you use a contaminated syringe, the blood that is contaminated with malaria goes into your bloodstream, and then you can catch malaria that way. So these are all ways that you can catch malaria.
Finally, our community workshops. In order to construct our community workshops, we try to offer a variety of crafts and activities for expecting mothers and children in order to educate the public more of the transmission and symptoms of malaria. Exercise 1 is symptom identifying soccer game. The objective of the game is to allow children to identify the symptoms of malaria better. So in the hexagons right here, we have images and descriptions of each symptom of malaria, and the game works that children will design their own soccer ball with paper cutouts and labeling in order to be more familiar with the symptoms. And next, they will play the game consisting of throwing a ball while standing, and the person who receives it, wherever their thumb lands, is the symptom they have to act out. And the others around them have to guess what symptom they're acting out. And those who incorrectly guess it are out. And we hope that this game is fun for all of them and they can play this in their free time and build a better education of the symptoms of malaria.
Now, the reason we chose soccer as our game instead of any other game is because soccer is effectively a global unifying game. Most notably, the children in Nigeria love to watch and definitely play the game of soccer. Now, the reason why it's such a pull factor towards learning and overall education and awareness is because not only can this game and activity be done within the workshop, but outside, whether it be in the playfield or at school, children are able to interact with their peers and play a game that they know, they love, and are willing to explore.
Our second exercise is an art workshop targeted towards pregnant mothers and children. The reason we decided to target pregnant mothers and children is because they are most prone to malaria. In this project, we will include 2 activities. For the pregnant mothers, we will include custom paint by number sets demonstrating how malaria is transmitted. For the children, we created an interactive poster making activity where children will create posters using paper cutouts, markers, and glue to create a poster demonstrating how malaria is transmitted. After these art projects are created, we will be hanging them up around public areas in Bauchi, such as clinics, schools, etc. Above are some visuals of what posters and paintings will look like.
Our itemized budget contains the materials of custom paint by numbers, poster papers, the cutouts for system and transmission, customized soccer balls labeled with the symptoms of malaria, plain soccer balls, permanent markers, washable markers, tape, and glue. All of these will add it up to 482 with 59 cents, and the remaining 17 with 41 cents will be donated to a charity called Fight Against Malaria. Sorry. Here are the handouts. On the left, you will see the green poster, which is how malaria spreads. The first one is by mosquito bites. The mosquito will bite you and enter the parasite into your bloodstream. Secondly, is a mosquito tends to reside near waters, and if you come in contact with or go near the still waters, they are able to bite you. Number 3 is if you don't wear the proper precautions or take proper precautions, mosquitoes you're prone to being bitten. On 4, it is also by malaria contaminated needles or syringes. If you look at the right side, you will see the blue poster on what the symptoms of malaria are, which are on and off fevers, headaches, chills, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and feeling weakness.
And these are our resources we use to construct this experiment.
And before we end, we would like to give a special thanks to Dr. Jallo, Dr. Angel, and Dr. Aisha for all their help this week and all their support throughout this project. We really appreciate it.
In addition, we'd like to thank all the staff for having such patience with us this week and working with us to maximize our success on this project. And we'd like to thank the interns for making this a great week. Thank you.
Hi guys, you guys did a very good job. I liked how you focused on transmission. I liked how even in your first slide, you talked about like what malaria is in Bauchi and not just like the rest of Nigeria. It shows that you were really focused on the place and for the people. I like also how you explained about choosing football, okay, not soccer, but yeah, as the game. And I'm sure Jalo was very happy with that because he's like a huge football fan. You all did a very good job. You all worked really well. I saw how well you synchronized together. A lot of you spoke really well. I wish you used the stage more because it was very interesting to watch you talk. I wish you just played around, but then good job. You should be proud of yourself. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello, guys. Thank you for this wonderful start. I'm really impressed. From the look of your references, it shows you guys have worked really hard. It showed in your presentation, it showed in your confidences, it showed in everything that you have presented to us here. The introduction of the transmission was very good. Okay, you guys, like I said, it showed hard work and the rationale behind the choice of soccer or football. I mean, back home we say football. Yes, so yes, it's a really good one. So well done, guys, and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, guys. That was truly amazing. I'm happy you reached this milestone. Congratulations once again. What impressed me most is the choice of your target group. Pregnant women, children under the age of 5, and those around that age. Most of the burden or mortalities associated with malaria do come from that population, and that's a very important one. And hopefully we should be able to improve the health of mothers and children, especially regard to malaria and Bauchi. The only thing I think is the cut of poverty at 90%. If it is that high, you should be able to reference in text, because the letters is like 65% or so, maybe 2 out of every 3 are quite poor. But studies are always ongoing, and then if that's the case, then you need to give the citation. Thank you and congratulations, guys.
Thank you.